Is in the lightweight division in professional MMA. It's Ben DeLeon from the UFC gym in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at 0-1, taking on Pat Crumpton from the popular hometown Nashville MMA camp right here in Nashville. Crumpton 1-1, DeLeon 0-1. It's time for lightweights to get it on here. Nashville Valor Underground. Here's Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout of the evening is in the lightweight division, and it's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Your first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 155.8 pounds. He has a record of 0 wins with just 1 loss. He represents the UFC gym Murfreesboro out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is Ben DeLeon.
Ben DeLeon from the UFC gym Murfreesboro. Of course, we just saw.
I don't know much about this guy. You seen him fight?
I do not know much about Ben DeLeon.
Ben DeLeon has not fought since 2019.
Okay.
Almost, well, actually a little bit more than 2 full years. Lost to Tristan Vines at SHP 52 via punches in 43 seconds. In fact, Ben, prior to that, that was his 1 pro bout. He lost his last 3 amateur bouts, but those were in 2017, 2016, and 2015. So not a whole lot of activity for the 34-year-old Ben DeLeon. 2-6 as an amateur, 0-1 as a pro. And part of that UFC gym in Murfreesboro with Cody Stewart, who fought earlier tonight, Alan Clark. Ben DeLeon, a blue belt, and his opponent tonight is Pat Crumpton. And we've seen Crumpton before at Valor Fighting Challenge, but it has been a little bit Crumpton more of the grappler. And this will be 2 tough guys. And so, Torres, what do you think about this matchup between DeLeon and Crumpton?
I really think this is going to be a really interesting matchup. You know, you talk about Ben DeLeon not fighting out of, having been fighting since 2019, with him getting this opportunity to come back, get his chance to redeem himself after his pro debut. You know, you ask yourself how much work he's put in, with that 2-year layoff. And no better way to do it than to come here in Nashville and go against Pat Crumpton.
DeLeon is in the cage. He was in Indiana fighting on that circuit. Now he's part of the UFC gym Murfreesboro. Back to Jeff.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 154.2 pounds. He has a professional record of 1 win and 1 loss. He represents Nashville MMA out of Nashville, Tennessee. This is Pat Crumpton.
So Pat Crumpton, like Ben DeLeon, last fight, 2019.
I was at that fight.
What do you think about Pat Crumpton?
I think he should probably be 2-0, but that fight was
Split decision loss.
that fight was an absolute banger, back and forth, and it could have went either way, but I thought Pat won.
Against Kellen Van Camp.
And I've trained with Pat quite a bit at Nashville May, and he's tough, very strong.
Prior to that, Pat Crumpton had a win in his pro debut over Austin Cohen. That was unanimous decision at Warrior FC 141. But that was in 2018. 12-4 as an amateur. Very good amateur background. Of course, all those great fighters that we've talked about all night at Nashville MMA. Didn't really start wrestling until he started MMA. Has a karate background, a blue belt, and former amateur Attitude MMA lightweight champion, also amateur SFC featherweight champion is Patrick Crumpton. Tail of the tape, Patrick Crumpton at 31 years old, Ben DeLeon at 34, so Crumpton 3 years younger. Both fighters at 5'9". The record advantage to Crumpton 1-1 versus 0-1, and then the weights. Ben DeLeon for this lightweight bout at 155, weighed in at 155.8. Crumpton a little bit under at 154.2.
Yeah, I think Crumpton's going to get this one.
Ben DeLeon in the black trunks, Pat Crumpton in the blue and black. They touch close, and we're underway. Jeff Mackins, our referee. 3 5-minute rounds, pro MMA, Valor Underground in Nashville.
Good knee. Oh, really good takedown by DeLeon. But he didn't finish it. Going for a guillotine.
I don't think he's got that. Yeah, he doesn't have the arm controlled or anything.
Oh, could we see a...
DeLeon's first MMA fight was in 2009. So he has been at this for a minute. The 34-year-old.
Oh, look at
Some
those
shots. Crumpton maybe looking for an elbow.
Yeah, Pat's really strong on top. I think
Oh,
this is over. This is over.
Wow, gotta watch the back of the head.
Crumpton got to defend himself. He's not moving much.
DeLeon.
I think this is it.
Well, he might slip
Yeah,
out.
this
Nice.
At the back.
And he went after
Hopefully
the
he
neck
doesn't
again.
jump another guillotine here.
Oh, good knee to the body.
Looked like that hurt him a little bit.
Crumpton sticks a knee back.
Oh my God,
Wow, look
those
at
elbows.
Wow. I'm surprised I didn't cut DeLeon open. You can see the marks on DeLeon's forehead.
He needs a mat return here.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
Ran his face first into the side of the cage.
Lift him. Lift him.
There's an opportunity. Look like he's. Oh, DeLeon's trying to go for
I think he's.
Kimura. Oh, he got it. He have it. Another attempt at a guillotine again. Crumpton tenacious, man. Staying on him.
Yeah, he is glued to him.
Sticking a lot of short shots, volume, punches. By Crumpton.
Oh,
Nice knee.
Yep,
oh.
that hurt.
Good try on the foot sweep. I think he's
Even if DeLeon is trying to get away, the way that Crumpton is staying on him, he cannot go anywhere.
yeah.
Those are clean shots.
Yeah, those
landing
are
on
solid.
DeLeon. Wow.
That's how you should do ground and pound.
Yep. Head to head.
This
Blocking
ref,
the arm.
this ref looks like nothing. He's like, nah, that ain't enough.
That's a lot of unanswered shots.
His face was like,
He's telling them right now. He's telling DeLeon, you got to move. You got to defend. Oh,
looks like he's not defending the choke at all.
Oh, man.
that's. He need to go on a
Tap over. The
Well-
underground erupts. Pat Crumpton moves to 2-1. First round submission victory over Ben DeLeon.
What a win by Pat.
That went longer than I thought. I thought he definitely was going to finish him when he was on top earlier.
Yeah. You can see the tenacity out of Pat Crumpton and how he like constantly stays on his opponent. He didn't let DeLeon breathe at all.
Yeah, DeLeon showed some grit though in a couple spots.
He did.
Torres, take us to this finish here.
I mean, as Running was saying, I mean, he was sitting here in this position, head tight to head, blocking the other arm, constantly punching. You got to make your opponent defend. If he doesn't defend, the referee calls it. But eventually, DeLeon gave up his back. He got the hooks in. He got the choke in.
I mean, he really didn't even defend the choke here.
Yeah, he can really defend much of it now.
I don't know if he was tired or was just like, you know what?
He suffered. He suffered a lot. Like, Pat Crumpton made him suffer that entire 4 minutes.
He made it very uncomfortable the whole time.
Yes. So what an incredible fight from Pat Crumpton. He's a big-time guy, man. Excited to see his future.
Pat Crumpton now 2-1 as a pro. And disputed, as Ronnie was talking about, disputed his one loss as well as a pro. The 31-year-old with a winning record now. Let's make it official. Here's Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jeff Mackins stops this bout at 3 minutes and 52 seconds of the first round. Your winner by rear naked choke, Pat Crumpton.
Ben DeLeon falls to 0-2. Pat Crumpton now 2-1. Huge support for Pat Crumpton as Nashville MMA now 4-1 on the night. And they've got one more to go. And that's opposite Torres Finney's camp from Agogi Combatives at Chattanooga as Logan Neal will take on Charlie Alexander in our main event. Man, can you imagine the energy in this place for that one?
Woo. Got the co, and then we got the main.
Here's Jeff with our winner.
You may have sold a few tickets. In fact, I think your commission check is actually more than what I'm making tonight. Guys, did he show out for you tonight? I see you're emotional, Pat. How much does this mean to you tonight?
It means so much, man. I got a lot of my family here. I just lost my grandpa 2 days ago. Really threw a wrench into this training camp, but I just had to work through it, and make him proud. So I think that's what I did.
There's no doubt you made him proud. There's no doubt you made all these people behind you proud. Go get a beer, Pat Crumpton, and celebrate this win, my man.
Crowd loves it here in Nashville. One of their own. Pat Crumpton with an impressive first round submission victory.